This is a Food District special Air Huarache takeover. We are here today to talk about sneakers, but especially about the Air Huarache. So this is Luis Miguel Lozano, direct to you from Murcia, and we are here for Food District Takeover. Well, hello again. As I said before, today we're here to talk about the Air Huarache. And together with me, we have three experts on the Air Huarache that I'm going to introduce to you right now. Our first guest comes straight from Germany. He is Deadstock. Welcome, Deadstock, please. Hello, sir.
Hello. Hi,
How
nice
are
to
you?
meet you.
Nice to meet you too. And welcome to this special takeover. I think we're going to have fun today.
I think so too. I hope so. It's an interesting shoe, so I think we have a lot to talk about. It will be fun.
For sure, for sure. Okay, so I think we have to introduce our second one. So he comes from France, from Paris. And yeah, let's please welcome to our second guest, Teki Latex.
Hello.
Hello,
What's up,
Teki. How are
everybody?
you?
I'm fine. How are you guys?
We're fine too. Yes, I can't wait to listen to you, to your stories, and to see your prayers. So very happy to have you here.
Thank you. Thanks for having me on this Food District Huarache takeover.
Okay. So our last but not least guest comes from Brooklyn, from New York City, and he's so please welcome Chris Rosario.
What's going
Hi,
on,
Chris.
everybody?
Hi,
Hello.
how are
How you
you?
doing? Thanks for having me,
All
Foot
good.
District. We got a lot to talk about. I'm happy to be here.
For sure, I can see your backgrounds, and there are plenty of shoes. So for sure, we're gonna have fun today.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. So I think we have to move on to our first question. It's a basic one, but it's mandatory. So the first question is, how did you get into sneakers? Okay, so that's talk. Could you please start telling us your story?
Yes, of course. Yes, my name is Christopher. I'm from Germany. First of all, I'm running the Deadstock sneaker blog, a very famous blog in Germany. How do I start or how do I get into sneakers? I was a skateboarder when I was a teenager, and when you do this kind of sports, you're kind of interested in streetwear, sneakers, and the whole stuff and the whole thing, the whole skateboard thing. So I think I started to become a sneaker fan in my early teenager years, and later on I started to collect chucks, the Converse chucks, 70 chucks. I think I had around 100 pairs. Yeah, and then I found a lot of people who were interested in Jordans and Nikes and Dunks and a lot of other cool brands. And then I started to collect sneakers and sold all my Converse chucks a long time ago. Yeah, a couple of years later, I started a blog as a hobby first, which became quite big in the first years. So yeah, it's now my full-time business. I'm doing it from 8 to 5 or longer. So yeah, this is how I got into sneakers.
Okay, cool story. And what
Thank you.
about you, Teki?
Yeah. So my name is Teki Latex. I'm a DJ. I'm based in Paris, in France, and but I play all over the world, and I also used to be a rapper a long time ago. Oh wow, my camera is frozen again.
Oh, we're having some problems with your camera. Yeah. Well, maybe you can speak and we hear you.
I let me see. Can you hear me?
Yeah, yeah, perfectly.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm just gonna talk and we'll see. Oh, all right. I think I'm back on. No. All right. Anyway, so yeah, I'm a DJ. I used to be part of a rap group a long time ago. I used to be a rapper back in the 2000s. And all right, I'm back. I'm back.
Yeah.
Uh, and I used to and yeah, just I got into sneakers because sneaker culture is connected to hip hop, and we just wanted to be as fresh as possible, and we just wanted to dress fresh, and basically that's how I initially got into sneaker culture. But I wasn't really paying extra attention to it. It was just part of the hip hop style and the
Yeah.
way we dress, the way we just it was just a natural thing for us, but we weren't really paying attention. And yeah, I was in the music scene. I also had a electronic music label. I slowly sort of evolved towards DJing, and one day I got a call from someone at Nike, this guy called Tim, who had just moved to Paris, France, and who was just he wanted to get some contacts. He wanted to get introduced to the local scene, and he had heard of me, and he had heard of me from a bunch of DJs in LA. He was moving from LA to at Nike in Paris, and he had heard of and Diplo and Harvard Bass, who are like American DJs who pointed him to me basically, and told him, you got to speak to Teki. He's going to introduce you to everyone in the music scene. And so I met with this guy at the French Nike headquarters, and he was like, okay, here's the deal. I'm gonna give you some shoes. If you introduce me to everyone in the scene, to every influential DJ and MC and basically from the electronic scene, from the French hip hop scene, if you can introduce me to as many people as you can, you'll never have to buy a Nike shoe again. So it was like, wow, this is great. Like this is fantastic. You know, but so
Sounds
I
good.
took him seriously. I took his word, seriously. And so basically, uh, he started giving me shoes, and then I started getting into shoes, and I started for specific. I found my. That's when I really found my style, and I started asking him for specific shoes. And then after a while, he was like, "Well, I can't. I don't have this one. You're gonna have to look it up for yourself." And that's how I started building. I wouldn't. I don't keep the boxes. I'm not a big sneaker collector, but I have a certain amount of shoes, and I think this was the starting point for my love for ACG and for outdoor shoes, and in a more general way, my love for out. And basically, this is how I found my style, because I was obsessed with the outdoor stuff, and how it's mostly how I dress now.
Okay, thank you for your introduction. Really cool that story. And now it's turned to listen to Chris. What's your story behind your sneakers passion?
Well, for me, it all started from simply basketball. That's where it all started from. That was like pretty much my first love, and then came sneakers, which was my second love. But basketball, seeing Michael Jordan, Scottie Pippen, and all these great players having their own signature line, introduced me to all these new silhouettes. And seeing the airbag on a basketball shoe and seeing what they did in that shoe and scoring titles and all this amazing thing, that's what got me into it. And then the second was the neighborhood, being fresh, being cool, having the flyest pairs on in the street and making sure that you didn't have the same pair that someone else had. So that
Yeah.
created a monster. It created a competition that you wanted to stand out and try to look for something that nobody else was wearing at the time. So that's and also drug dealers. Drug dealers was like the freshest thing you ever seen in the neighborhood, and they was they was the trendsetters before trendsetters. You know what I
because
mean?
they
Yeah.
had the money.
So they had the money,
True.
so
Yeah.
so they already knew where all the fly stuff was. So all the younger kids is looking up to these drug dealers, and it's like you want to be like them. Not to say that you want to sell what they do, but look the par,
No.
look fly, look
Okay.
fresh.
Interesting. Interesting. Okay, so that question, well, in my case, it was a little bit a mix of everything. I started in the mid 80s when Nike arrived here. So everything came a little bit linked to basketball, to Michael Jordan, to some Spanish athletes running for under the sponsoring of Nike. So I think everything came together. The NBA arrived here, so many of us loved to have those amazing shoes. So from that time on, it continued with skateboarding, with music. So it's a little bit related with and connected with different aspects. So that's a little bit what I felt when I was a kid, when I was a teenager, and from that time to till now. So, well, once having seen how our passion comes, I'd like to introduce the second question, which goes, it has to do with the Huarache design. Okay, so, well, if we talk about the design, we have to go back to 1991 when Tinker Hatfield created that revolutionary shoe. So I think that the concept of having a sock with some exoskeletal outside with that strap at the back, and especially the fact of not having a swoosh, because before 1991, almost every Nike had a swoosh, but Huarache came in such a different way. So it broke all the rules established, and it was something crazy. So, what's your opinion about this design? For example, that stock.
1991, I was 6 years old at that time, and I don't remember when I don't remember the sneaker release. But I'm pretty. From my point of view, at that time it was like an outstanding design with an outstanding function. I think it was the first shoe with this sock liner, with the neoprene sock liner, and yeah. I'm pretty sure it was also one of the first sneakers with a strap on the back. So I think it was kind of a revolution. And I think we will talk about this later. The Huarache, it was like it spread it into so many different kind of models into a Huarache family. So it was a kind of groundbreaking model for Nike, in my opinion.
Yeah.
And of course
I agree.
it opened the door for many other models and many other series of sneakers.
Okay. What are your thoughts about this design, Teki?
Um, well, I actually vaguely remember seeing ads or seeing like news bits about the Huaraches when it came out. Actually, they based all the communication on the fact that it was a sock inside. I mean, the sock was included in the shoe, and that was what sounded really, really fresh for me. Like, this is crazy. You know, there's this. I don't need to buy socks anymore. I don't need to wear socks ever again. And the sock is already in the shoe. You know, that was for me. That was a crazy concept. You know, that's was. It was a. I mean, it was a gimmick, but in a way, it was pretty defining for a sneaker at the time, and I think that's what really caught my attention right away, and and yeah, I mean, you know, when I try to analyze what I like about outdoor shoes and about all these ACG models that are basically influenced by some of them are Tinker designs, and most of them are influenced by the concept of the Huarache. I think what I really connect with is the idea of it looking like basically like a toy, basically looking like an action figure. Basically,
It's looking like a Transformers, right?
yeah, in a way. It,
Yeah.
Kind of.
do you guys remember the it wasn't Transformers, but it was the rival toy line of the Transformers called the GoBots, and the GoBots had a subsidiary line called the Rock Lords, and the Rock Lords, what the Rock Lords were like robots that transformed into a rock, basically, and these action figures were super. The look was super outdoorsy, and the look is basically like a robot ACG action figure. And when I look at a Moab, or when I look at the Revederci, you know, the Revederci here, you have this sort of exoskeleton that is, you know, leather and rugged, and it looks like a mineral. You know, it looks like a rock, you know, in a way. And hidden behind it, hidden underneath it, you have this pop of color, which is the neoprene booty. And you know, I love every kind of booties, and this is wonderful for me. This is wonderful for me because it looks like technology hidden underneath, uh, you know, like secret technology hidden underneath a natural thing, like a rocky thing, an outdoorsy thing. That's going to be, you know, it's all about layering, and outerwear is all about layering. You know, you put your fleece under a Gore-Tex jacket, and everything has function, and some is meant to make you breathe, and some is to let your skin breathe, and some is meant to protect you from the outside. And I think this concept kind of comes from the Huarache design in a way. And so you have this really flexible inner booty that really protects protects your feet, and then an extra layer of sort of like more rugged stuff material to protect you from the weather, and I think that concept is very I don't know, like for me for me that concept is what attracted me towards outdoors gear and outdoor shoes and ACG shoes, and in a way it all comes from the Huarache.
Okay, nice explanation. I'd like to hear your thoughts, Chris.
I kind of want to piggyback on that what everybody said, that you know the design was incredible. I mean, it kind of influenced all the other brands to start doing their own little inner sock exoskeleton design. I think I remember Avia doing something back in '91. I actually have the shoe. I don't know if we have want to take a break and look at that, but I'll probably show it to you a little later. As well as Fila had something like that, and Adidas with the Adidas EQT basketball line with that Detlef Schrempf used to wear in Seattle. You could take the inner booty out and put a different sock on. It used to come in with two colors. with the Adidas, and that's all Tinker Hatfield. You know, he designed that influenced other brands to pretty much copy what he did. You know, so it was incredible. The straps, you know, you had the Air Unlimited that had multiple straps. The Nike Air Carnivore, no laces, just two straps. It was a great design.
Yeah, true. Completely agree.
For me, it's also reminiscent of the sort of fantasy to look inside of to like you have a
Kind of take it apart.
vehicle, you have like a car, you want to see what's inside, you want to see the motor
Yep.
of the car, and you want to see the sock inside of the shoe, you know, like that sort of technology is it's really interesting, I think it's something that's common to a lot of Tinker designs. You know, he wants to show the air inside of the Air Max One. You know, he's influenced by the Centre Georges Pompidou in Paris, where I'm staying right now, and
Yeah.
and he wants to he wants to put the outs he wants to make the inner workings of the shoe, the inner technology of the shoe. He wants to make it visible. He wants, and I think that the Huarache is also influenced by that concept. He wants to show the inner sock like a pop of color hidden behind the exoskeleton.
Yep. I
Okay,
agree.
thank you very much. So now let's move on to the next question. How, even when it's a little bit answered with this one, with the previous one, but how did you get into Huaraches? So who wants to start here? Because
I'll start.
If you like.
okay,
I mean,
yeah,
I
go
can.
for it.
It'll be really quick with me.
Yeah,
Go
If you
ahead,
tell me
please.
that, if you tell me that there's a shoe that already has the sock in it, and I don't have to bother with socks anymore, I'm sold.
good answer.
Yeah.
What about you, Deathstock?
Yeah, I have to admit, I'm not the biggest Huarache fan because I somehow have a problem with the fitting. You know, for me, it's always very tight and very narrow because I have a very, like high foot. You know, it's
Yeah,
so
I
I'm
understand.
not. I don't have. I have a lot, or I don't have a lot. I have some Huaraches, but I don't wear them. But I, I used to wear the Sock Racer OG. I'm pretty sure you guys know them. Because I found a pair on eBay, a Sock Racer OG, which also have the straps, and it's the
Yeah.
lightning yellow. Yes, exactly this one, but I have it as an OG one, the yellow one.
Yeah,
It's a
I have it
perfect
somewhere.
pair.
I have it somewhere. I don't know
You
where
have
it
it?
is.
Yeah, please show it.
There you
Because
go.
I have it in my other part of collection.
I don't know where it is, but it is somewhere.
I've got the
I
only
this
one here.
this pair is, it's like the smaller and lighter brother from the Huarache because it also had the very thin sock liner and the straps not on the back but on the top. It's also inspired. It's also inspired by the Huarache, and I used to wear this one a lot. I really love this one, but I'm not always happy to wear a pair of Huaraches because they're too tight. They're too narrow for me. So sorry, guys, I have to admit it.
Yeah.
Nah, you
and
keeping it real, man.
yeah, and what about you, Chris? Could you tell us how did you get into Huaraches?
There it is.
Oh yeah,
Yep. That's it.
There it is. There it is. Sorry, guys. There it is.
He
original
dug deep
Sock
on that
Racer.
one.
Yeah.
yeah. I'm gonna show you something. I'm gonna show the father of this one. Wait a minute. And meanwhile, Chris can continue telling us his story with the Huarache. Okay.
Well, for me, I never really liked the Huarache runner. For one, growing up in Brooklyn in New York, the Huarache runner was a low top. So back then we was wearing our jeans real baggy. So you wanted to kind of show your shoe, and wearing baggy jeans back then, it would just cover up the whole entire shoe. So we was messing with like Huarache trainers with a strap. You know,
Yeah, that's a good one.
Which was
these ones.
quite bigger. Yeah, this one. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
so cool.
this is beautiful, beautiful.
Yeah.
This was just a beautiful shoe, and you know the pants will lay down perfect on the shoe.
They will
Some low
stack on
top,
it. Yeah, yeah.
yeah, it was stacked right on top, and you
Yeah.
know it looks a lot better on a runner. You couldn't get away with that. So
And I also think the price range was kind of different, right? I think the Huarache,
yeah.
no, it was more expensive, right?
yes, yes,
Look, I've got like the OG sock racer, which in my opinion is not my opinion, is the first shoe with a sock, the same as Teki show us, but this is
Yeah.
the version from 1985.
But
It's a
it,
little bit
it, it
quiet,
but like it's
but
almost
I'll
like
show
the whole
you.
shoe is a sock.
The
Oh
whole
yeah,
shoe is the sock, right? Yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah. All
Crazy.
right,
This
cool, cool.
This is the OG sock racer from 1985.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's got even the tag here.
Yeah, and it was used to go to swimming, running, and cycling, right?
Kind of, but this shoe was especially made for marathon, for long distance running, and
Exactly.
it was said that it was a very good shoe for those people suffering knee injuries. So it was very good for those people with knee injuries. That's what many runners said. You know, some of them
Okay.
remember this model, and they say that. I was very little when this came out, and I don't have real memories connected with this shoe. But yeah, this is like the father of all the Huaraches because it's the first sock-based shoe. Now let's move on to the next question because it's a little bit. This can be nice because I'm sure you all have a favorite story. So let's listen our favorite stories about the Huarache.
Well, for me,
Uh,
I'll go first on this one because for me my story is a little different. With it's not a Huarache, but it's part of the Huarache family. It has the all the DNA in it.
yeah.
So yeah, it's the Nike Air Unlimited,
Oh yeah. Same family.
and this is the OG.
Oh, nice.
Mm.
Crazy. Okay.
Yeah.
So the story with this was in 1994. My mother knew that I was into sneakers, and I had a bad report card day one time, and in 1994, everybody had Jordans. Everybody, I mean everybody had Jordans, and I couldn't afford Jordans. So we went to the store to buy me a pair of sneakers, and in the store was a pair of Jordan powder blue nines, and this was right next to it. And of course, me being me, I didn't want to look like anybody else, so I went for the Nike Unlimited, which again, David Robinson was wearing these, and he was
Yeah.
doing incredible things in this shoe. And I was like, yeah, I want that one. So fast forward to, the story is my mom pretty much punished me when she found out that my report card was so bad. She went into the closet, took these out, and cut every strap off.
What?
Wow.
She cut every strap off. So 20 years later, I found this shoe brand new on eBay, and I thought it was a perfect, a perfect shoe to remember a nostalgic moment in my in
Yeah.
my
What
in
was
my
the
life.
price? What was the price for the memory?
The prize
Yeah.
for the memory, I don't know,
In my
man.
case, in my
Yeah,
in
I
my
mean,
case, yeah.
they your parents can be very cruel
Like
but in a way,
she didn't touch
you
my Super Nintendo. She didn't touch my basketball cards. She didn't touch my GI Joes. All the cool stuff that a kid has. She went straight for the sneakers, cut the straps off. Crazy.
that's, parents can be cruel, but you that probably pushed you to be in a place where several years later you were able to find it again and to afford,
Yeah.
getting that memory back.
Yeah.
Okay, look,
And
I'm gonna
maybe
share
you
with
should cut her sneakers as well. Maybe you should cut her sneakers as well. The revenge,
Um,
20 years later.
Yeah.
these are my first memories related to Huarache because the first one, I remember,
Internationals.
I couldn't buy the first ones. Even I remember perfectly. But this one, the first pair I had around 1994 or so. It is the Huarache International. So the difference with the regular Huarache is that they, instead of a plastic strap, is a leather one, synthetic leather one, and the sock is a little bit more breathable because the neoprene wasn't too breathable. They had problems because the feet were really hot, and they changed this part, so the red part is more breathable. So this is the Huarache International that was more frequent to see in the mid 90s. So this was my first one. And as far the Air Huarache, I remember it wasn't until 1996 when I found a pair of Huaraches of the original one, but the purple and black one, the purple punch. I found them in
Yep.
a factory store, in a Nike factory store in 1996 in Alicante. So I immediately bought them. They had no screen green color, but they had the purple one. So I got a pair of the OG Huaraches a little bit 5 years after its original release. So that's my
Crazy.
first story. Well, this conclusion takes us to the next question, which is, what's
hey,
your favorite?
I have a story too. I have a story too. You didn't ask me about my story.
Oh, sorry. I thought you already said your story. Sorry. Okay, it's your turn. It's your turn.
Let my man
No,
talk.
I mean that was okay. No, unless we were talking about the how we first heard about the Huarache, or was that a different question? Anyway, it's not really connected to the Huarache itself, but it's connected to the Moab. They let you do some Nike IDs a couple of years ago.
It's the Pendleton.
The Pendleton, the Pendleton program on Nike ID let you do some ID Moabs a few years ago, and I made this pair. I really love it. It's really incredible. I chose the
Beautiful.
colors. I have my little tech logo right here. I don't know if you guys can see it.
Nice.
Yeah, imitating the ACG thing. That's my. I'm really proud of this one. I really love it.
Teki, you just remembered me that I also have a pair of these from Nike ID with a Pendleton upper. I remember it just now. I already forgot them. I need to get them out of my storage room.
Yeah, man, you should.
Those are good.
You
That's a good design right there.
Yeah. I mean, the Moab is incredible, and it's also from '91, so it's like right on the back of the Huarache, and it's also has the strap in the back. It also has the strap in the back. It's very similar, very similar. And I don't know. I don't know.
DNA.
Yeah, I mean, the Huarache technically came first, but you know how these things work. Like you never know. What tells you that they didn't work on the Huarache and on the Moab simultaneously, and this was maybe like a more outerwear, like a more like ACG friendly version of it. But for me, it's 91. It's also like super influential, and also like one of Tinker Hatfield and one of Nike's best designs.
Great, great. Yeah, I agree with you. I agree with you, especially because the first time I faced the first Nike Air Huarache, Moab was there, and I couldn't decide which design was better because the screen green was really powerful, but
Hey, can you show the screen green?
Moab,
It's right behind you, Luis, right? Can you show
yeah,
it
but
Extreme greens.
closer to the
yeah,
camera?
yeah, this one is the new version, the new version, this year's version. Okay. But this shoe will introduce the next section. What's your favorite Huarache?
Ooh, that's a tough one. Best Huarache of all
Well,
time.
yeah, it's a tough question, but in my opinion, the best one is this one, but not this one. This is the retro from this year, but I'm going to show you something very, very special. I've got here. Let me move this. I've got something very special here. Thanks to my friend Oscar Gonzalez, he lent me this pair. This is the OG Scream Green Huarache. I'm going to open the box. This is really, really, really the mother of all the Huaraches. Here we have the booklet with all the particularities.
Can you show it
of the shoe.
closer to the camera? Show it closer to the
Yeah.
camera. The booklet.
Yeah. Here are
Beautiful.
yeah.
But
And
can
I'm
you show
gonna
the booklet?
you.
Show the booklet
Yeah.
as well.
1 second. This is the booklet.
Ah, cool.
And this is the OG 91 Huarache from my
Beautiful
friend
shape.
Studio. Yeah, the shape
Nice.
is amazing. Yeah,
Yeah.
especially, I don't know why, because it's something really that makes me think about what's wrong with the shape in the new version. I mean, this is the wait, sorry. This is the new version. This is the OG one. And I don't know why they did this part so high. It's like
Yeah.
1 centimeter higher. So that when you look the shoes from this side, the laces get too tight. You know, opposite to the OG ones, that they have more space here. So the color is on point. The color is perfect. The neoprene is quite good. The sole is okay. But I don't know why they did that. They did that. No idea. No idea because it's too high. This
Yeah, it's just too
version
high.
is too high. I don't understand why. So well, you can.
The old one is more bulky, right? The old one is more bulky. It seems to me a little bit bigger because of the laces, right?
Yeah, but
Yeah.
it's because of that, because this part is lower. This white part
Yeah.
is lower. So
Yeah.
it looks when you put them on feet, they look bulkier, as you say. It's
Yeah.
completely different. Nothing to do. The color is perfect this year, but I don't know why they did that. No idea.
I
So
truly believe that that shoe needs to be remastered a right way. But with everything's being remastered these days, and they're still not nailing it. They're still not doing it the right way. It's always something
yeah,
different, and I think it's almost on purpose, because
yeah.
I think it's
Uh,
they want to respect the OG collectors to have their OG stuff. And if you remake the same thing that the OGs were, it kind of loses its value. That's what I feel like. So I think it's almost on purpose that they do it this way.
yeah, I
This is
think
why
so.
this is why they used another shape on the Air Max 1 Animals, you know? It's true.
Yeah,
Somebody from Nike told me that some years ago. It's really true. So they will not
Yep.
they will not do a 100% same retro for an MX for old MX models, for example. They will never do
Yep.
it.
They would change something different, like a
Yeah.
color, a stitching, Some
Yeah,
Yeah.
designs
exactly.
it'll be different.
Yeah.
They do it on purpose.
Also, I think that technologies evolve and materials evolve, and a neoprene from 2021 is not exactly going to be the same as a neoprene from 1991 because it's
Yeah,
just built differently, and it's the ingredients. The ingredients change, and you can't have the exact same replica of the object. It's impossible, I think, because there's
Yeah,
too many
that's
factors.
true. Yeah, yeah,
right.
yeah, that's true. But we're not talking about the neoprene. It's just the design
That leather part.
Yeah.
of the piece that makes
It's a
the shoe
construction.
looks
It's a
completely
construction.
different. Yeah, I
Yeah,
don't care about the materials. If the materials are okay, it's okay. I don't pretend the materials are. I don't want the materials are exactly the same materials as the OG one.
yeah,
But
It's the
please
cut. It's
respect
the cut. The way it's cut different.
yeah, yeah.
Right.
The cut and the leather, all these things are essential if you want to feel a little bit like the OG. Because if not, is what you say. You look your fit, and it looks completely different from the OG.
yeah.
And then I feel like for us old heads, we complain a lot because we know what it really was supposed to look like. We know what it's
Yeah,
supposed to
yeah,
look like. So for the newer generation, they don't know what's going on. They're not
No,
comparing because they don't
they
even
never,
have
they never
the
owned a
OG
pair,
or
and
even saw it.
yeah,
Right.
they never owned a pair, and they will never see it. So
So I think Nike is probably they're catered to the younger generation, but at the same
yeah.
time, I feel like they respect the old heads for making sure that the retro doesn't look exactly as the OG, so we can at
yeah,
least have that.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
so I answered to this question. For me, my favorite pair is the OG Scream Green. Green.
Yeah.
Which one is your favorite one? For example, Deadstock. Which pair of Huarache is your holy grail, your favorite one?
Of course, for me, the big one, the main one is the Huarache Scream Green, of course. But I always preferred the Nike International Huarache, which you already showcased some minutes ago. I remember when I started to collect sneaker, a lot of friends which were in the business for some years already, they all had the OG pairs. They had all the colors. There was like 6 different colors, right? They all had the OG pairs, and they were all wearable, because if you compare it to a OG Huarache Screen Green, I'm pretty sure that you can't wear it because of the strap at the back. But all the OG international Huaraches, they were still wearable, and they were like, boom, they were like very like a knife.
Because,
I really
because the
loved it.
strap was leather. Because the strap was leather.
Exactly.
Yeah,
It was much better. It because the plastic, it breaks after some
Yeah,
some
for
years. So,
sure.
but the leather, if you treat your shoes right, it will last for 20, 30 years. So yeah, I really love this one. I was more into these kinds of silhouette from the Huarache.
All right, I'll show
yeah.
you my
What
favorite.
about? Yeah,
I'll show you my favorite. It's the Huarache Trainer 94 with a strap,
Yes.
but it's also a low cut one. It's different from the trainer that Nostal Chris showed. It's I don't know. It's sort of reminiscent of the Carnivore as well. It has this big strap here, and another strap on top of the strap, because you can never have too many straps,
Yeah.
I don't know. I think it's a really cool. I think it's a really cool design. Again, I'm fascinated by the whole, like. I like things that are, when technology is hidden behind something, and I think it's I like it. I like the colors as well. Aqua, sort of like aqua blue and the turquoise. It also reminds me of the aqua gear sort of colorways, and I like
Yep.
that. So
yeah.
That's a
that's
good
my
Like a
favorite.
common shoe.
No, this is a retro from, I think, 2014 or something. But
Mhm.
the original is yeah, it makes sense. But yeah, the original is is 94.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah,
So, Chris, what about you?
I think I showed it already, but it's always going to be the Huarache, the trainers. That Huarache trainer is the best Huarache for me. And then of
Because you
course
have memories connected. Because you have memories connected.
the original basketball one, and it's a
Yeah.
couple colorways.
Oh yeah, this one. This is a really really great colorway. I love this colorway.
It's
Yeah, me
escape.
too.
It's coming back
Yeah.
tomorrow, right?
Yeah, and you're actually runner.
And then
Very nice.
the cappuccinos.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Great.
Awesome.
Those are very nice.
And then this is the cool blue retro that came out. This is
Yeah.
it's different from this one.
Yeah.
Mhm.
What year is the OG one? The black and gray?
This is 2001.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. 2001, and this is, I believe, 2007, I believe.
So I have a question.
Yep, 2008.
I have a question for you, Chris.
All right.
When you rock them, when you wear them with baggy pants, or I don't know if you still wear baggy pants, or anyway,
I do not wear baggy pants no more.
when you I do actually. I love it. But yeah, I understand the need to have a bigger shoe to be able to sort of tuck it in and as certain people say, tongue fuck when you when you put the pants inside of the tongue. But anyway, when you rock them, do you leave the strap on, or do you let it loose?
I like to call it, I thug my sneakers out. I thug them out. So yeah, everything is just, thugged out, unlaced, strapped.
Right.
But this
Right.
when I used to wear, I'm sorry, I gotta put in the camera. So yeah, I wear, with the laces like that, strap, untucked.
Right.
But when I'm
Cool.
walking, this strap will flap. So what
Yeah.
you do is
Yeah.
you kind of lace the strap through it by opening
Right.
this and put the lace through there, and then that way
Right.
it'll just stay there every time you walk, and it won't,
Right.
it won't
Right.
just flap.
Right.
Clever.
That's important. That's important. That's important.
That's very important. Yeah,
All right.
very important.
All right.
Okay,
Cool.
okay. Well, we all have answered to our favorite Huarache model in this section, and that takes us to the next question, a little bit controversial, but how many sneakers do you have? How many sneakers do you own?
That's an easy question for me. I don't know. I don't count. I don't count because I felt like, everybody always asks that question. Hey, Chris, how many sneakers do you have? How many sneakers do you have? And I'm like, why would I count? Because once you start counting, that number will stick in your head, and every time you make a purchase, that number will just grow and grow into your head, and you just feel like you need to reach a higher number, and it'll drive you insane. So I won't even count.
Yeah. Me neither. What about you?
There's like 200 of them, something like that, like 150, 200. I'll keep some in boxes somewhere. I don't know exactly. They're not all in the same room, but when you look at those in the room, there's like something like 150 of them. Yeah, something like that.
Cool.
Something like that. I don't keep the boxes. I want to get inspired. I want to get in my shoe closet and look at all my shoes and look at how I want to dress today, and like pick something that matches what I'm gonna wear, and just I'm a dresser. I like to be fly. Whenever I
Yes.
go DJing somewhere, or whenever I go, just like go out to go buy a baguette, to go buy some bread in Paris. I need to be fresh, and I need to dress differently every day. And so I rotate my shoes a lot, and I need to have them in front of me. I mean, I have a couple of pairs that sadly I can't rock anymore because the soles have deteriorated, and stuff like that. But I don't stock shoes to not wear them. I want to wear them all the time.
I
Always.
understand. Yeah. And
So
what
the
about you,
number is
Esther?
it's not a crazy number, but I think it's already a pretty good
Well,
number. I
as
try
we
to wear.
always say, it's more
Yeah.
important quality than quantity.
Yeah, and it's mostly ACG and Adidas EQT Adventure and some New Balances and some pair of Salomon here and there, and basically mostly outdoor shoes. I love sock racers and aqua socks as well. I don't have a crazy collection, but I have some. But yeah, this is it mostly.
Yeah, but your collection is very identificative with you. Every time I see you, you expect to see you wearing some ACGs, some ACG clothing as well. So it's very personal, which is something I appreciate in collections. Not the number, not the quantity, but
Yes.
to be connected with you.
Yeah, thank you.
What about you, Deadstock?
I think, yeah, I have a lot. I think I have about 150 pairs which I really love, which I would never sell, for example. But I'm not really sure because it's always changing. Sometimes I give some away. Sometimes I get some back. It's circulating all the time. But I think I have about 350 to 400 pairs roundabout. I'm not sure. I'm not counting because it's always too much. If you have 200, it's too much. If you have 250, it's too much. It's too much. If you have 500, it's too much. It's always too much. So I don't want to know the number.
Okay, yeah, good question. In my case, it's the same. I've got lots of pairs, but I never think about the quantity, but the memories connected with those shoes and the possibility to be able to tell a story. I mean, when I collect Huaraches, I want to collect the history of Huaraches. When in my collection of running, I want to tell the history of running. The same with basketball. So at the end, you have lots of pairs, but it's not the important thing. The important thing is to be able to tell that story, and those shoes have a memory or something attached to you.
True.
So, well, the next question and last question. Not sure if it's a question or just a debate, because here we are going to talk about the Huarache family. As we said before, Huarache is not just a shoe. I mean, when we refer to Huarache, we all have in mind this one. I mean, OG or retro, but this is like the Huarache. But together with it, not the same year, but the year after, lots of models popped up. So we have this one, which is the scream green version with the squared sewn tongue. But we also have the second version in 1992. They removed this tongue stitched squared tag, and they changed it to the round one, which is the most popular one. I think this change was due to the fact that in 1991 the shoe had no swoosh or no identificative Nike sign around the shoe except this. So I think they had to put the Nike logo somewhere. But once the silhouette was well known, and next year they decided they could use a special logo. So this is the logo they used next year. So maybe that's the reason. I'm not sure. And together with the family, I'm gonna show you this model, which is really a crazy one.
This is my favorite one. This is my favorite one. Yeah, I'm looking for one. If someone sees this video and wants to help me find a pair of, this is the Huarache Plus, right?
Yeah, this is amazing. This pair is amazing.
Yeah, the Huarache Plus. Yeah, I'm looking for one. I really want one.
Yeah, but together with that, came the Moab. I'm going to show you a pair of Moabs. Well, here I have, look, with the OG box of Moab,
Mm-hmm.
and it's got the poster.
Oh, I love that design. I love that poster.
Look at the poster, and of course the shoe.
Beautiful.
Nine
That's
inch
beautiful.
Moab. Yeah, really beautiful is that stock as you. And here we have another color. Maybe these were the most common colors back then.
Yeah.
Cap,
Yeah, I have,
cappuccino, man.
yeah, I have the retro of that.
This is OG and this is OG too. And together with these two, I'm gonna show you something because Huarache went a little beyond than running or hiking, but also a tennis one. You remember this one? This one.
Yep.
Yeah.
Of course, that's the Agassi, right?
I
It's
guess.
the
Yeah.
Tech Challenge Huarache.
Yep. Agassi.
Okay. Yeah. So yeah, family is quite good, and I'm pretty sure you've got some jewels over there. So who wants to show me something cool?
These two guys here.
I'll show you something. I kind of want to, talk about like how the family is, what is a Huarache? Like, this is not technically a Huarache, but we all know that, it has the sock liner.
Yeah, it's yeah.
It's a cross trainer. Let me back up a little bit there. I can't see that. And then
I think the cross trainer was more famous in the States than in Europe.
Well, it depends. In the early 90s and the late 80s, here in Europe, cross trainers and air trainers were really as powerful as Air Max or Air Jordans. Air trainers were
Okay.
really amazing shoes back then.
I didn't knew that because I think they are not so strong now. Well, this one is nice, yeah.
and you see it still has that design, that collar,
Yeah.
Yeah,
the neoprene.
From the
Yeah.
from the basketball Huaraches.
Right. And then I got some another cross trainer. So this shoe right here, this midsole, is the same midsole that is used on the Trainer 94. Same midsole.
Okay.
If you could look at the design, it's the same. But back up a little bit. And then I got the other color here. It's forest green.
Yeah. I recognize the back of the sole.
And I think I already showed the original carnivores.
Yeah, wow.
But it's
Yeah, I have them too.
Yeah.
and
Carnivores are
this
great.
is all part of the family with the Nike Air Unlimited as well.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I have it too.
Oh, I have
the white ones as well. The white carnivores.
more
So the-
carnivores.
So
Yep, I got those
the
too.
so the carnivores are like the epitome of the strap. Like if you're a real strap fetishist, like you're gonna be satisfied with a pair of carnivores. 'Cause these are like,
And
one
yeah,
strap
I
here.
love it.
Yeah, one strap here. I strap them. I with the carnivores, I leave the straps on. When I rock them. So because I want my feet to look like a dinosaur foot. Like I want it to be like a sort of like like a robotic dinosaur foot. So I need
Is
I
it
every
beautiful
time
about
strap
The
them.
carnivores, the beautiful thing about the carnivores is that it's a cross trainer. You can even think of it as a trail hiking shoe as well, like an
Yeah.
ACG kind of.
Yeah, true.
And then
It's
and
close.
if you take the straps off, it's a low top.
Yeah.
And then speaking of the hybrid, you forget about the family here. And the hybrid is the Air Max Light hybrid with the Air Max Burst.
Cool.
Yeah, crazy
That
man.
one is great. Yeah.
I own the black pair of Huarache lights.
Beautiful leather.
Yeah.
And if you
Cool.
remember the Huarache Lights Air Max Burst, they did a kind of a tribute to Michael Jordan with the Bread 11s colorway and the Cool Gray 11 colorway in this actual color. I mean, in this actual shoe. So that was pretty cool. And then last but not least, I want to show you guys the sample Huarache Light.
Yeah.
Oh wow! Yeah, I
Is
saw this on your
this is a
Instagram.
sample.
Yeah, this is beautiful.
From what year? What was the sample?
This is 2007, I believe.
And
Yep.
yeah, for the Huarache Light, which is sort of like the newer version of the OG Huarache, right?
See, here's the tag right here.
Sort of like the new.
Yeah.
So these, says, let's see if you can see it there. Says not for resale. I can't get the camera angle on there, but yeah, man, beautiful, beautiful shoe. I wish these actually came out. Here's the flex grooves on there, holes.
Nice.
Kind of weird design. Yep.
I also have a Huarache Light.
Huarache Lights.
Yeah, with the Moab colorway, with the speckles on the sole as well. I like it, but it's very, very bulky. It's a big shoe.
Super hard
I love it.
to put your foot in, right?
Yeah, a little bit.
Extremely
Yeah.
hard.
Yeah, you have to size up. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, you have to size up.
Really
with this
nice
one.
work.
So Stephen Smith was the one that designed this. There's the samples right there. I don't know. And then here's the other color of it.
Wow.
Yep.
We were talking about suck racers a bit earlier in the show, and I just want to talk briefly about another Nike, another sort of semi-forgotten Nike line that was sort of connected to ACG, but that was more focused on water sports, and there were, you can find that common DNA with the suck racer, and a lot of common colorways with the Huarache. It's the Aqua Sock line, the Aqua Gear line with the Aqua Sock, and they're basically, well, they're water shoes, and this one is from, I think, 2000. It's really just a sock basically, and you can walk on rocks, and you can put it in the water. It's going to dry. It's not waterproof, but it's going to dry easily. And it's just, the material is very light, and it's also sort of a cousin to the Huarache if you
Absolutely.
look at it
The influence was definitely passed down to the Aqua Sport line.
And recently they remade
ACG line as well.
Yeah, for sure. And they remade the Aqua Sock into the Aqua Sox 360, which has like the sole is separated into like 3 different parts. And
Pods, yeah.
and when the OG came out, they were calling it Hawaiian shirts for your feet. I think that's beautiful.
Yeah. I think we are showing really nice pairs, and
there's this as well. The
utility.
That's the utility that came out not too long ago, but it's cool, Also, sort of outerwear, outdoors looking shoe. I like it. It has the logo. It has the OG Huarache logo, on it. So it's definitely part of the family. It's a younger cousin, but it's in the family as well. There you go.
Great. Any other pairs to show? For sure, we could be hours and hours talking about Huaraches, because as you show a pair, I think about another pair, and
Yep.
afterwards I remember another pair. So I
Anybody
think
got a OG Huarache basketball pair? Any of you
No, I
guys
don't have
have
one.
a
No.
yeah,
Huarache, a
yeah,
OG
I've
Huarache?
got them. I've got them. What? Wait a minute.
I think I'll show mine as well. Hold on.
I don't know. Maybe I think it's in this one, so it's difficult to move it right now. So
But Chris is going to show
look,
his.
look, I can show this one.
This is another, I guess, this is another tennis one, right? No?
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
tennis one.
that's the Agassi one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Here's the Huarache OG from '91.
Oh yeah.
Cool.
Original. Beautiful suede. Or nubuck. Yep. And of course, on my feet, I have on the black and smoke gray one.
Right.
Oh, wow.
Representing for, this Huarache takeover talk.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, I think if there's something we can remark out of this conversation is the influence that Tinker Hatfield's first design have had in the design of many other shoes during the years. I mean, the sock trainer and the sock racer in 1985, I think they were the inspiration for the first Huarache, together with the water ski boots and all the things
Yep.
Tinker always had about the design. But what is clear is the design of the Nike Air Huarache has led way to many different designs over the years, and that's something amazing. So
I think I
yeah.
think just want to say one last thing to all the kids who are into like the new hype sneaker and the new like all the right now the big hype is the Nike SBs and the Jordan ones and what have you. And I think it's important for this new generation to keep in mind that they shouldn't be afraid to care and to give attention to the weirder shoes, the sort of like more technologically advanced shoes that aren't necessarily the hypest model that sort of look weird, like for example the ISPA line that Nike is doing right now.
I love the ISPA line. I love the ISPA.
They're super weird and they look like prototypes, but maybe one of them is going to become the next Huarache, like maybe one of them is going to give birth to a technology that you're going to see on all of the shoes in the coming years. So like, don't sleep on the weirder models. Like, get interested in the history of shoes and get interested in the weirder models that have come in the past and also the ones that are coming out now, because that's what makes the industry. That's what's going to push the industry forward, and that's what's going to make it last for another 20 to 40 years.
Yeah, that's completely true. Completely true, especially because we have plenty of options to buy. Especially young kids have lots of new shoes coming every week, but it seems that everybody pays attention to the same models. So that's a pity. It's quite sad because at the end, you're not having your own criteria in order to select which shoes are the ones you really like.
Yeah.
So
it's important, and I think that if you had that state of mind when the Huarache came out, I mean, it was a weird shoe when it came out, and it was like a weird prototype, but it ended up being so influential. I think it's important to keep an eye on these things.
True. Completely true. So I think it's time for us to end up. So thank you, everyone. Thank you, Deadstock. It's been a pleasure to be with you. Thank
you,
you,
boss.
Teki. Always a
Thank you,
pleasure.
Foot District. Thank you, Luis. Thank you, That Stuff. Thank you, Nostal Chris. Thanks, guys. It was great.
Thank you, everyone. And remember, for all the viewers, thank you for your attention. And remember, on April 29th, there's a new takeover with Foot District. And this time, the shoe will be the Air Jordan 1. So
Whoa.
stay tuned and don't miss all the information coming on Foot District Instagram. So thank you for your attention and
Thank
bye-bye.
you.
Pleasure.
Bye.
Thank you, Foot District. Thank you for having me.
Thank you,
Thank
Foot
you.
District.
Bye.
Thank you.